Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my peeps wherever you are in the world. This is Old Man Yummy M. Signing on. Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all a story. This is gonna be Old Man Yummy M story time, alright? This might be a story, I don't know if I told y'all this story. Some of y'all may heard it, but I'm just gonna tell it anyway. The story is called I Failed the 7th Grade. Alright, so, in 5th and 6th grade, you know how easy it was during that. In our time, in 5th and 6th grade was easy. You really didn't have to do any homework or anything like that. You just do your work in school, and then, you'll pass on to the next grade. But I used to hear stories about 7th grade. It was about a teacher named Miss Gray, teacher named Miss Linda, and a teacher named Miss Pie. I used to hear stories about them all the time. How the teachers would be cursing at you and throwing keys against the chalkboard and all of that stuff. And they will actually give you hard homework. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, all right, whatever. But, when that time I was in 6th grade, hearing these stories or whatever. But when it came to the fall of going to that 7th grade, I was so glad that they said that Miss Gray was like the most easiest teacher. So I was glad to be in her class because we would go to different classes. That's when we would go to like different classes. We'll go to social studies. They call it social studies back then, but it's now it's called history. But social studies, English, and then we'll go to math. So we'll go to different classes or whatever. So we was just and when we was in Miss Gray class, we sat me, Jimmy, Babatunde, rest in peace, Babatunde, rest in peace, and William. So it was me, Jimmy, Babatunde, and William, and Tavares. We will be in the back of the class. We'll be cracking jokes or whatever. William would be drawing a He-Man or something like that because he was a good drawer. And we'll be sitting there cracking jokes in the back of the class or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, we had our teacher, Miss Gray. She was like, shut up! Shut your mouth! You're gonna fail! You're gonna fail! That's what she would always tell us. No matter if we didn't do our homework or whatever, we would just sit in the back of the class, cracking jokes, because we was thinking like, we gonna pass anyway. Ain't no teacher gonna fail us, So we would go to like Miss Linda's class, and she was our English teacher, and she will get like soft tone and then get real loud. She was like, I told you to go sit down. That's how she used to say it, just like that. You know what I'm saying? And she will get loud, get real. I told you to sit down, when she do that soft tone and they go big tones. I told you to sit down, but she loud. Shut your mouth. Don't say nothing. You get out my room. Get out my room. We ain't never heard nothing like that before. In the 5th and 6th grade, we had nice teachers, you know what I mean? And then going to Miss Pie class, oh my God. Oh my God, dude. She was the most scariest teacher ever. And that was our history. Y'all call it history now. We call it social studies. That was our history teacher. You know what I'm saying? She will give you hard homework. I remember she will always do like this one special thing. Like it will be like we'll go to school like half of the year, and then we will have to do this thing called a portrayal. So we will have to portray an African, someone that was African American that's part of history, like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or Betty McLeod Bethune, or you know what I'm saying, Black history favorites. You know what I'm saying? That's in the books. So I chose. He makes the peanut butter. George Washington Carver. That's who I chose. I chose George Washington Carver. So that means I had to dress like him. I had to go dress like him, and I will have to give George Washington Carver's life story. The dude that made the peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? And always studied the peanut. I didn't know nothing. I tried to go ahead and read his book like in the last 2 days before I actually had to to go ahead and stand up in front of class and portray this man. And I didn't know anything. When I got up there, I was just rambling on, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? So I just stood up there, and then afterwards, after you go ahead and say your portrayal, you got to act out like a scene, that you read in the book. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, here's a peanut. Let me study it. That's what I did. That lady gave me an F. She gave me an F. I had some bell-bottom jeans on. I had like a button-up shirt, and I had a lab coat because my mom she was worked at the nursing home, and she had a lab coat, so I had the lab coat and stuff like that. And I got like a C for the outfit, F for the portrayal, and then the F for the acting out of something from his book from the portrayal. It was just an F, man. You know what I'm saying? And my homeroom teacher, Miss Gray, she was like, "You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I know y'all ain't gonna let us fail." It was me, Babatunde, William, Tavares, and William Tavares and Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And basically is that we all failed. We really failed. I had 3 Fs on my report card. 3 Fs. And I thought I was so smart. Dude, I thought I was so smart. I took a pen and made the Fs A's. I was slowly walking home. It at least took me it don't take no more than like 15 minutes to get from my school to my house. Man, it took me almost an hour to get home. I was walking slow, around other blocks before I got home, all of that. So when I got home, my mom was like, she was already on it. Let me see your report card, because she knew when the report cards was coming. You know what I'm saying? And she looked at that report card. She said, "Boy, you think I'm stupid? This, the letter grades are written in marker, but you tried to change it and written it in pen." She was like, "Let me go ahead and call the school real quick. I want to go ahead and find out something." Oh my God, I was scared. She called. I was hoping that Miss Powell went home, but not knowing teachers stay. We get out like at 3 o'clock. The teachers will stay till like 5:30, 6 o'clock before they go home. And my teacher didn't. She lived like 2 or 3 blocks away from the school, so she wasn't really trying to go ahead, and she had to drive nowhere to get home. My mama called to the office. Miss Gray came down and picked it up, and she told her what the grades that I had. My mama looked at me while she was on that phone, boy. She did that. That's her look. I said, I'm gone. I might as well say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. I know I won't live to see the next day. Everybody who knew me, farewell. So, so after she got off that phone, she said, boy, go upstairs. You gonna get a whooping. You gonna get a whooping. And you gonna be on punishment. She ain't tell me what the punishment was. So I was waiting to get my whooping. You know, my mom, I'm like, all right, I gotta be ready for this and get it over with. You know, my mama didn't come to whoop me until like early in the morning. I stayed up all night long waiting for the whooping. All night long. My mama came upstairs at 6:30 in the morning. She probably thought I was asleep, but I wasn't. I was sitting there waiting early in the morning. And then I was thinking about Charmin, because I seen it was the Charmin commercial. This little boy, he got spanked on his butt, and he had Charmin in his butt, so he wouldn't feel it. Man, I put we ain't had Charmin. We just had Scott tissue. I put Scott tissue all around my legs, on my butt. I put it everywhere so I wouldn't feel it. Man, my mama knew right then and there. She already said, boy, your legs ain't that bulky. I know you got something in there. She know the game. She said, take all of that off. Man, I got my butt whooped. It felt like for an eternity. It was probably like about 5 minutes. For real. And after that, oh my God, boy, I was like in tears. I mean, it felt like I got out, I went in the bathtub, took a soak, and got out. That's how, man, I was in tears all over my shirt, my pants, all that. So, you know, you sniffling, doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? My mama told me, for your punishment, you can't go outside. This is summertime now. She said you can't go outside for 6 months. No TV, no nothing. All you do is read a book. That's what she told me. No TV, no game, no nothing. No nothing. No Atari, because I had Atari in 7th grade. Nintendo's was already out. You know, she was like, nothing. You can't do nothing but read a book. Man, those 6 months were hard. That summer was difficult. All I did was break leaves, mow the lawn, you know, and read books. That's it. No TV in my room or nothing. None of that. My sister sitting there, she watching TV, you know, only thing I could do was hear, you know, just hear what's going on the TV. That's it. Just let me hear. For real, man, for real. So, like during the summer, it was like during the summer, I just picked up a book and just started reading like one of my old history books. And just started reading and reading and reading. And I'm like, man, I didn't know reading was this good, you know, was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And it was, because I got to learn about a lot of history, you know, during that time since I could watch no TV. So that's all I did was read. When school came back in session, I had Miss Pye, the most scariest teacher for the 7th, because I failed the 7th grade. So I had her for 7th grade, Miss Pye. Man, tell you, I was the smartest student in that class, dude. I was the smartest student. She was like, oh, Oduyemi, welcome back. Welcome back. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm finna show y'all something. That's what I said, too. I said that in my head, you know. I'm like, I'm finna show y'all something. Ain't no joke, you know. And the teacher was like, oh, my God, Yemi just did a turnaround. a swift turnaround. You know, I became like one of the most disliked students to one of the best students. Me, Babatunde, and Tavares. All of us, we was like we was on our shit. For real. We was on our shit. But boy, man, when it came down to Betrayal, I did Malcolm X. I read the whole entire book, had the suit on. I did the Betrayal, and I did one of his speeches. I got an A+. Man, I'm telling you, math, Miss Johnson, all man, English, A. I got on the honor roll. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm telling you, is that was a good lesson learned. My mom, I love my mom for her doing that to me, put me on punishment that way, because that made me do a complete 360. You know, to where is that I took education seriously after that, and I knew how important it was, especially for me and for my mom. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure I did that, you know. And then all the way into high school, the only class I did not like in high school, I went to CVS. The only class I didn't like in high school was biology. That's it. I passed every other class. Biology, I would get like a C or a D. That's one thing. I could do every other subject, but science is, oh my God, it's nerve-wracking. Man, it is very nerve-wracking. Even in college, you know what I'm saying? I was doing like B minus, C average. You know, just reading all of these scientific names. That was like nerve-wracking to me. You know, then these formulas and all of this stuff, you get chemistry and all, like, no. no. Give me some geometry or some trigonometry. I'm good. But you giving me these chemistry, and I got to learn the compounds and, you know, phosphorus and chloride, and no, I don't know. I try my best to do those things, you know. I have to team up with a partner, a study partner, you know, just to go ahead and make sure I keep these things in my head, you know, to when the quiz come around. You know, the quiz come around, the final come around, you know, I have to have a partner when it comes to biology. I kept a partner, you know. But, hey, good thing, man, is that, hey, education is important. I understand education is important, you know, especially if you want to go ahead and get ahead in life. I mean, that's my truth to it, you know. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that story with y'all. Man, if you are here and you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Like this shit. Comment if you want to. You gotta lose. What do you gotta lose? So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. This is Old Man Yummy. Signing off. Guys, take it easy out there. Y'all be safe. Holla at your boy. Peace.